everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ajua. A lot of people complain about longevity when it comes to Kayali fragrances. In as much as there's a cult following when it comes to Kayali, they'll give you the girly, fun, playful fragrances for the most part. They have like those sexy ones, but for the most part, they are very playful, girly, fun, everyday fragrances, in my opinion. And the performance people have had issues with for years, and other Middle Eastern houses are coming up with fragrances which are giving Kayali a run for their money in terms of getting the scent profiles like 10 over 10 on point, and also outperforming them in terms of their performance. And that is going to be the topic for today: fragrances or Kayali inspired by or dupes that outperform original fragrances. So I was sort of inspired by Marshmallow Blush to do this video. I sprayed this fragrance and I sprayed it in my car a few days ago. I think I even did a video with this, and 2-3 days later, I could smell this fragrance in the car. I was like, it's not the same fragrance, Kayali with the, performance issue. And I'm getting like 3 days. As soon as I get into my car, I can still smell this, So yeah, Marshmallow Blush is inspired by Yam Bougie 81. And that is a fragrance I'm not like very confident with. I tested it just once, so I wouldn't say I know the ins and outs of Yam Bougie 81. However, when I got Marshmallow Blush, to me it's a very beautiful strawberry Laffy Taffy scent with some milk. I don't get much of the marshmallow, I guess it could have been known as the strawberry blush, and it makes sense in my opinion. However, I understand the original one has more marshmallows as compared to this. The performance is what I want to speak about. To get about 3 days, as soon as I enter into the car, I could smell this like 3 days straight. I could smell this, and that is no joke when it comes to any fragrance at all, not just Middle Eastern or Kayali fragrance or dupe fragrances. It is quite impressive to get fragrances that are going to last at least a sillage is going to last days, especially at an enclosed place, So just imagine if it stays 3 days or so in a car. Sillage, leaving the scent trail, is equally beautiful. It is not like the loudest or the most potent, but it is like way above other Kayali fragrances I have come across. I have like sample kits of Kayali that I have spoken about a bit, and tested some of these fragrances, and the performance actually are quite poor. But when it comes to Marshmallow Blush, I think they outdate it. It's like very beautiful and super long lasting. On skin, it doesn't do super well on skin. I think on skin, it's going to give you about 3-4 hours, but on clothes it's amazing. Even on clothes it's amazing. So that is going to be the first one here. The next one on this list is going to be the Khair Felicity. And this one I actually have like a small size of the wedding silk santal. And to me, the wedding silk santal is not that bad. I think it's one of those Kayali people have actually said longevity is quite above average. And I agree, it's not bad when it comes to longevity as compared to other Kayali. So I'll give it to that. However, when it comes to Khair Felicity, I'm getting the same scent, and longevity is also not bad at all. I wore this, or I've been wearing one particular boo-boo, I wore that boo-boo, and I think this was the first spray I used on it. And afterwards, anytime I want to wear that particular boo-boo, I just reach out for this because I just feel the scent is already stuck in the boo-boo, so I just don't want to mess it up with any other scent until I wash it, So this has been in one of that boo-boo for like days, and even till this day, when I still, pick that boo-boo up, sometimes I just wear the boo-boo leisurely in the house to do my normal rounds. And as soon as I pick it up, after days of spraying Khair Felicity, I can still smell Khair Felicity in the boo-boo. So that goes to show the longevity, is very great for people who have a very new bottle. You need to just wait on it to age, marinate, macerate, develop. You just need to let it go through some bit of aging, because it's not bad at all. Longevity for this, the OG, is not also bad. I wouldn't say it is the best long-lasting fragrance, but I think performance on this one is not bad at all. However, when it comes to Khair Felicity, I think it outperforms the wedding silk santal, and that is a very beautiful fragrance. I'm going to go with another one here. That is going to be let me just go with this Crystallina Primaso. So Crystallina Primaso is from Lafayette Cadillac, and that is inspired by the Eden Juicy Apple. I think I have the oh, something fell. I had Sublime from Latafa, but I have since decluttered my Sublime from Latafa just because I didn't really like. To me, it is not like the best dupe when it comes to the Eden Juicy, from Kayali. I don't think Sublime is, but when it comes to Primaso, Crystallina Primaso from Lafayette, it is very beautiful. Like that's realistic, juicy apple, the lychee. It's just a very beautiful, realistic, fresh apple, juicy, tart lychee. It's just beautiful. I prefer the Crystallina Primaso a lot over the Sublime from Latafa. I don't think it is as realistic, and I didn't enjoy it as much, so I had to let it go. However, when you spray this Crystallina and Eden Juicy Apple, it outperforms it. I remember spraying this just 2-3 sprays on my arm, wore it to bed. I woke up the following day, I could still smell Crystallina Primaso. I could still smell it. Whereas when it comes to Eden Juicy Apple, the same other hand, test where I could barely smell it after a few, hours, but Crystallina was like there all throughout the night. I woke up and it was still there. So when it comes to these Kayalis, they are not giving, the performance are quite, lackluster, but when it comes to the dupes, Crystallina Primaso for me is like a good performer. Then I'm going to go with another one here, from Ad as Kaheela Lux from Adas Furan, and this is known to be inspired by the Amber, the Amber 23, invite only Amber 23. And this is a very beautiful fragrance. Invite only to me is one of those very beautiful Kayalis. I think that is what the lid felt. And the juice has, turned to this color, it's just beautiful. However, I don't think this is like that bad to, even the comparison with the wet test. I don't think performance of this one is like that bad, but Kaheela Lux, although I think Kaheela Lux is from Paris Corner. Yes, this one is not going to give you your super beast mode 24 hours, but the performance is slightly above the one from Kayali. So to me, Kaheela Lux and Invite only gives me more of a cherry liqueur. It's more about a cherry liqueur, like cherry blossom liquorish vibe, but not as intensely, boozy or liquorish, but there's this very beautiful cherry liqueur that I get in both fragrances, Kaheela Lux and then Invite only. And that slight wet tobacco, I love how the tobacco is done here. It's just like a very beautiful wet hint of a smokiness. It does give me that smoky, heavy tobacco, but there's this wet tobacco which is like quite soft, coupled with a very beautiful cherry blossom liqueur vibe that gives it like a rich ambery, composition. It's very beautiful. So I think performance wise, they are not necessarily so far apart. I wouldn't say this is like a very poor performance, at least from my most recent wet test. It is almost very, like very close. Yes, I just want to give you like maybe an hour or two, but you can barely tell differences, when it comes to this. But scent wise, I think Kaheela Lux is a very beautiful interpretation. Like spot on, one-to-one, that you don't even need original, and performance of this one is also great, because Paris Cognac fragrances are also known for their poor performance, but when it comes to Kaheela Lux, I think they did a phenomenal job. I'm going to go with the Yam Pistachio. I'll say this, Yam Pistachio to me is not my favorite. I've never really enjoyed Yam Pistachio or any of its dupes, but I think this one, I've had this set for about a year, I think about a year now. And I would say this one has also macerated. The last time I wore this, I tried to test it out with what I want to compare it to. It didn't really give me such a poor performance. It didn't give me a poor performance at all. I think it has intensified. I get that, now I guess like some spice. I don't know. I get some spice to it, with I don't get much of the pistachio. There's this greenness thing. I'm not just a fan of the whole yam pistachio, creation. I think I've had decants of Khair Pistachio and then Affection. And I have this third bottle from Ada Saffron known as Forever Blue, which is also inspired by yam pistachio. And to me, this one is the better to my nose. I just enjoy this one much more than the other two, Affection and the other one. And to me, I think Forever Blue like outperforms Kayali. The juice even darkened. I think it was like bluish greenish something, and it is like turning. It outperforms yum pistachio. Although now that this has sat for quite a while and I'm testing it, I think even the small thing that I sprayed, just a little something that I sprayed, even now, it gives me something that projects. I don't have to go to it. It will meet you. It projects. It's better. It's macerated. It's one of those Middle Eastern fragrances. But I think Forever Blue outperforms this one from others. It outperforms Kayali, especially at the beginning when Kayali yam pistachio was quite mild and could barely smell it, at least from my experience. Forever Blue by Others outperforms that, So if you're looking for an alternative to yam pistachio, I know a lot of people have Khair Pistachio and Affection, but to me, I think this is not the first time I'm saying this. My preference has always been the Forever Blue from Ada Saffron. I think it's just a beautiful interpretation of that, So yeah, and I'm going to go with another one here, December Vanilla. This one is like beastly. People have complained it doesn't last on them, and I'm like, how are you using it? It's like beastly. Aside the fact that to my nose, it is quite a beast mode, fragrance, rum, boozy, creme brulee, patchouli, heavy sugar. It is long lasting. It is like long lasting on me. I'm almost out of my bottle. My bottle is like almost finished. If you can see it at the down somewhere. But it's a very beautiful fragrance, and so is the sugar patchouli, the original one. I think it's one of those ones which performs, one of the Kayalis that performs. But however, I feel this one also equally performs. The performance of December Vanilla is very amazing. To my nose, one of the most significant difference I find between December Vanilla and the sugared patchouli, the OG, is that spicy. There's a little bit of a spice, cardamom sort of feel that I get in the OG that I find is quite tamed here. This one is more of the creme brulee. You get everything that a no structure, says. Creme brulee, patchouli, sugar, rum, booziness, but there's a little bit of a certain type of spice that is sort of, lowered or missing in this one. Nonetheless, very beautiful fragrances, and the performance of this one is super astonishing. So these are 7 Kayali dupes that I have that I think are way better when it comes to their performance, as compared to the other original Kayalis that I have tested and tried. They are not bad, especially they are Middle Eastern, so they tend to get better after aging, maceration. But the dupes are going to outperform them when they are like newer than the original ones when they are fairly new. After a while they sort of become almost identical when it comes to performance. So that's what I think, and those are the 7 fragrances I wanted to share today, and I hope this video found you well. Let me know what you think about this, if you have similar experience as me when it comes to these 7 Kayali dupes, and I hope to see you in my next one. Please do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much. Bye bye.